Thank you for coming today to the Levittown Public Library posture alignment class at 11 a.m. It is roughly July 11th, 2022. Go ahead, Kim.
Okay, thank you. All right, we're going to get started. So this morning, there are a lot of you who are new, so I'm actually going to bust out the posture thing so we can look at it and just get a feel for what the heck I'm talking about. You guys have been with me for a while. If you wanted to get into static back and you wanted to just hang out in static back while I go over the stuff for people who are new, please feel free to do so. So a lot of you are new. Thank you for helping her out with that. I appreciate it. You guys are here probably because posture, right? It says posture. What the heck is posture? What's that all about? And what does that mean for you? So I'm busting out this picture. I'm going to show it to the Zoomers. I'm going to show it to you guys too. Don't worry about that. So I'm going over the stuff for you guys who are new, and the people who know what they're doing. If they want to do an exercise, I'm giving them static back to get into if they want.
But this is what we're supposed to do?
No. So just bear with me. No. So I'm just showing everybody here. This is what posture is in a perfect world. This is where you would show up, right? This is what you, yeah, I know, right? Like suck it in and stand upright.
It's military.
It does look military, but it's also upright and where your body belongs from a design perspective. Anybody?
Kim, you should also show static back to the people at home.
Yes, so I'm going over this for the newbies. So that's where your posture should show up when everything is working, okay? So everybody else, they asked me to show static back for people who don't know it, but what I'm saying is, you guys don't do this. When you're new, don't do this because I'm still talking in your face right now. So here's your static back for those of you who have been with me for a while and you want to do something while I yak. So there's your static back. Thanks, Tommy. So in the perfect world, this is where our body would line up. When you think about cars that are just driving on the street, right? You ever watch their tires and see a car that's really squat down and the wheels are doing this, or the wheels are doing something funky and you're like, whoa, that's out of alignment. You can see it, right? You know that. You know that that tire is going to wear out sooner than maybe another tire that's correctly aligned, correct? So what is the part of the car that tells you, hey, this is out of alignment. I'm going to wear out in 2,000 miles as opposed to 30,000 miles. Do we have that signal? We have that idiot light? Right, no. So if you think about it, when your body's showing up like this, what's signaling your body or yourself that, hey, something's out of alignment?
Pain.
Yeah, holy kid, that was quick. Yeah, pain. So the answer was pain. Yes, or discomfort. Your body is giving you signals just like in your car. You're getting these signals, but the question is, what are these signals telling me? Nobody's posture is perfect. And when I say posture, I don't mean sticking your chest out. I mean the relationship between all of your joints, your elbow, your wrist, your shoulder. What is the relationship between your shoulder and your hip? What's that doing? What does it look like when you walk? What does it look like when you walk? What does it look like when you walk? Oh, I get this one all the time. What does it look like when you walk? Ever see that? Somebody's walking, one arm swinging, the other arm isn't swinging. You see something, you can see it. It's a natural thing for our eyes to go towards, ooh, that guy's upright. He looks good. So what we're going to do today is we're going to give your body stimulus because I'm no doctor. I don't want to be a doctor. We're going to stimulate your body and let your body's wisdom correct itself in the way that it thinks it should. How long do you think that'd take? I like you. How long do you think that takes for the body to start correcting itself? Nothing?
It takes a while. A long while.
Let's surprise you. If everybody's okay getting on the floor, then we're going to do static back, what everybody's doing. We're going to go for that. But before you guys get down there, you guys who are new, I want you to stand up and we're going to go through a few functional tests. Then I'm going to stick you in that position. So you said it probably takes a long while for your body to correct itself. So just stand where you normally stand and feel. What do you feel? Does it feel like you're leaning more in one leg, more in the other, more to the front, more to the back? If you can't feel that, maybe put your feet together and check it out. And see, am I swaying forward, back in a circle, left, right? What do I feel? What's going on? Oh, there's that pain that's been nagging me. I feel that again. Just be aware of what you feel. So we're trying to get a baseline. I'm going to give you guys a little test so you can see. You're going to pick one knee up to the height of your hip. And if you're off balance, grab onto something, but just notice, what does this feel like? And then notice which leg you picked up first. So notice I never tell you which leg to pick up and then put it down and go to the other side. And just feel and notice. Different on that other leg, right? Your body did that other leg first for a reason. And that's usually the leg that you're really heavy in because that's where all your weight usually is. Should be balanced, shouldn't it? Should be balanced, but it's not. One more test. You're going to bend over and it doesn't matter if you touch your toes, but you're going to go in that direction and just see. Just notice. Oh, the back of one leg feels tight, the other one doesn't. Or, oh, I'm really tight in my back. Or, oh, I can't touch the floor. Oh, I'm a couple of inches from touching the floor. Or maybe my hands are on the floor. Just test it. Good. Those are functional tests. They're over. Everybody, static back. You guys who've been in static back, you having a good time? You okay? You okay staying here for a little while longer? Fantastic. You all right, Denise? Cool. All right. Static back is we're laying down on the back and we're going to put the legs up on top of the chair. Okay. Does anybody have a hard time getting down on the floor? You good? Okay.
I get cramps in here.
We're going to see if we could change that.
Bad knees too. I'm going for therapy for osteoarthritis.
Gotcha. We'll see if we can change that.
Don't pay to get
Yeah. All right. Now, when you're laying down in static back, those of you on Zoom, if you're new to this, I want you to pay attention to the position of your head. If you notice your shoulders are so rounded that your head is looking behind you while you're laying in this static back, I want you to get yourselves a pillow. Move your legs even on the back. There you go. Okay, so for you, you need a pillow. I'm going to use this block next to you. Head up. Did you notice your head was like pointed behind you? And that's why I gave you that block. Is it bad pain or is it just discomfort?
Just arthritic pain. I have arthritis.
Are you okay laying here like this?
Right now, I'm fine.
Okay, if that gets a little more intense, get up. Feel free to wave your arm and I'll come over and help. So everybody, we're still in static back. I'm going to hang out here for another few minutes. And if you haven't been in static back before, I want you to feel what's going on in your body. Notice, is one shoulder on the ground? Is one side of my lower back off the floor? Are both sides off of the floor? What do you notice while you're laying in static back? So when you're doing this at home, you want to try to keep as close to a 90-degree angle as you can. So you want to stack your knees on top of your hips. So what we're doing is we are giving the body a 90-degree angle so it can adjust itself. It's going to adjust itself using gravity all the way around. Usually stay in here for 5 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes. You guys who've been on the floor for a while, we're doing a 10-minute static back. No big deal. You okay?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna bring this closer to your body. Ready? Yeah, it's all right. And it is a little bit tall, but are you okay?
Okay.
Okay, fantastic. Where do the arms go in static back? You're right, on the side. Try to go palms up and bring your arms out away from your body to about 45 degrees and notice what happens in your shoulders. What happened?
Flatter.
Right, flatter. So bring your arms out even further over there, Miss Flatter. You're flattering me. Keep on going out. Go like 45. Yeah, right there, right there.
Feels good.
Right. She goes, it feels good. So she was in a position right here. And if your arms are right alongside your body, the shoulders are going to pop up towards the ceiling. It's just how we're designed and how the muscles hold the bones and joints. So when you bring the arms out to 45 degrees, it's allowing the shoulders movement so that they can get back in on the floor. 2 more minutes. I do sometimes. I do. Yes. So she just made a comment. She thinks she'll go to sleep like this. And that's a good point. This is everybody's favorite move. I haven't met somebody who says, wow, this isn't my favorite move, except the people who don't like getting on the floor. Yeah. They can do a version of this in a chair best they can. So you can walk your butt all the way back into a nice square chair, get your feet flat on the floor and just kind of sit. Let the chair hold you in a 90-degree angle best you can. Notice what's happening in your body as you lay here, everybody. When you said, oh, it's relaxing, this is good. Are you noticing a settling? Is something happening? Lower back's feeling different. Head position's changing. Maybe your legs start to release and roll out. Happens to me all the time. That's why you want to try and trap the body at 90 degrees so that the legs don't flop out too much, but that the right muscles start to relax and the other muscles start to turn on. I know I said 1 more minute, but I'm going to give you 1 more minute here. Doing good? Feel all right? Good. You okay? Good. Good, 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 good. All right, everybody, since there are a few newbies, I'm going to give you some new oldies but goldies like pullovers and reverse presses and knee pillow squeezes in the static back position. So we're going to stay here for a little bit longer. Keep your blocks nearby. If you don't have a block nearby, I'll make sure to come over and I'll bring it over to you. So we're going to start out with pullovers. So this is a move where you move your hands over backwards overhead. So make sure that you got some room. Some of you got chairs and blocks in the way. So just feel behind you, make sure there's nothing in the way. Cool. Reach your hands straight up over your chest. We're still in the static back position, but you can do this in other leg positions. So students out there who love doing this, maybe in frog or something, feel free to do it. So you reach your arms straight up to the sky, lock out your elbows, interlace your fingers, palms touch. Good, everybody. And you're going to drop your hands backwards overhead, but don't bend your elbows. Maybe you'll hit the floor, maybe not. And then bring them right back over your chest. It's a back and forth kind of flossing motion, back and forth, back and forth. But the key to this move is keeping your darn elbows straight, especially if you've got a shoulder issue like I now do. You know, stuff happens. One shoulder is going to do something different than the other. So I want you to keep the palms touching, keep your fingers interlaced, and lock out your elbows. Every time they come over your chest and you could see your elbows, look at them, clean them up, lock them out, hold them there, drop them back. So we're trying to reteach your shoulders, your back, and your hips how to work in sequence. Good job, Jim. I see that. Good looking arm circles too. Both arms look even. Very good. Back and forth. We're going to spend another minute here, guys. So we're doing static back pullovers. Elbows nice and straight.
Feels like a good pull.
Doesn't it? How do you feel when you do this move?
The left shoulder is really bad in the joint in this area.
Mm-hmm. So are you pushing through it?
I'm trying to get through it.
Don't. Right. So if your body, guys, this goes for anybody. If your body's starting to feel pain, don't go through it. Don't go through it. It's all right to just stay in place. Don't go through it. When I was rehabbing my shoulder, I had maybe, I don't know, 12 inches worth of movement until I started getting that pain and it hung up. So I did my pullovers right here, back and forth, back and forth. I didn't go any further, but I wanted to get that movement in as far as I could before I hit that pain spot. So that's so interesting, isn't it? Listen to your body and reteach your back and your hips and your shoulders how to do work. Good. Bring your arms back to that position laying on the floor. We're going to do reverse presses, but we're going to start them with the arms out at the 45-degree angle, right back where you started in static back. Now squeeze your shoulder blades back and down like this. Squeeze, release, just your shoulder blades. So you're pinching them together. It's almost like you're pressing your arms and the backs of the hands into the floor and then release. It's a light squeeze though. So push and release over and over. That's it. I'm going to give you 2 minutes for this one. Some of you guys have graduated from this move onto bringing the arms to the not golf grip, stupid Kim, the goalpost position. So the goalpost position is making your arms look like a goalpost. So if you can get reverse presses here and bring your arms to the goalpost position and you already know that, then go for that. Good. So you can keep them right there and still do the squeezes. Elbows rest on the floor. Elbows rest. Good. And just squeeze into the floor and then relax. Squeeze into the floor and relax. So we're not rolling the shoulders forward up towards the ceiling. We're just squeezing into the floor and relaxing over and over. The reason why I take your arms down towards your sides for this is because if the arms go into goalpost position and you do the squeezes, some of you, you're in such compensation, it turns your neck on. So we don't want the neck to do this. We want this to be felt right here in between the shoulder blades, right here. And in order to feel that, you've got to do a light squeeze. Harder you squeeze, the more you're going to use your back. You okay? Arms right here, my dear. Right here. Yep. Squeeze and release. Bring your arms a little closer to your body. Closer to your body, closer to your body. Remember that first move we started out with? That's where we went. Yep. Squeeze and release. Into the floor and release. That's it. Light squeeze. I heard this is the bad shoulder. Does it hurt it?
Not at all.
Okay.
Feels good.
Okay, good, good. So I just asked that because I heard this is the bad shoulder, and I heard a mentality that went into, okay, I heard that mentality that was kind of telling yourself, hey, this is bad, this might be bad for me. So I just wanted to clarify what words came out of your mouth and so that I knew their meaning. Good, go back to the pullovers, functional test here. So right back to those pullovers, interlace your fingers, palms together, drop your arms backwards overhead, and then back over your chest, just like you did before. And check it out. What changed? What's different? Just as a functional test, just like we did before. Hey, we're seeing what the body can do now, what it feels like. Great. Take your block, put your block in between your knees. We're still in the static back position. This is our last static back move. Static back knee pillow squeezes. Block or pillow is right between your knees. I'll give you a block. Coming. And it's just like thigh master. You guys remember that? Put that right between your knees. You want me to put a chair over your face? One of the other ladies likes it with a chair over her face. Give that, I'm going to go a little wider actually. Give that a try. I'm going to grab this chair and I'm going to put this right over your face. And that's what one of the other ladies does. Mm-hmm. Leave your arms rest at side. Better? Does that work? Oh, good. Oh, goodness. But it was from the light? Okay, good. Fantastic. Glad I could help. Okay, so the block is in between your knees. And you're squeezing it over and over. Did anybody else have a question? Are you down? You look down to me, lady. Get down. Let me bring this right up. Give that a try. Good question. I didn't even catch that. Good. Squeeze over and over and over again. Okay, just for you folks at home, we're still in the static back position, and now we're doing this. We're squeezing a block between our knees. Now, one of you, I gave a pillow for your head because your face was looking way behind you because your shoulders were so rounded and so stuck, and I gave you a pillow. So I'm going to come by, I'm going to test and see what happened. Keep on squeezing over and over, just like thigh master. Lift your head a bit. Let your head come to the floor. Oh.
Too low, ahead.
Do you notice what changed?
Oh,
Man, I should start taking pictures of you guys.
More comfortable with the pillow.
Of course you did. Of course you did, because now we're asking your muscles to do the work. But do you remember where your face was looking when you just started? It was looking behind you at that chair. Now we took the pillow away and now you're able to look up at the ceiling.
Oh.
So let me put the pillow back up because you said you're more comfortable with that. Arms out, palms up, 45 degrees, let the shoulders rest. This is work for your hips. So we just asked the shoulders to do work to talk to your hips. Now we're asking the hips to do work to strengthen the new position that you're in. One more minute of this. We're just squeezing and releasing. You don't have to squeeze hard. Does everybody feel okay out there? Yeah. Good. Was that you raising your hand for a question or anything? No? You good? Oh, you got it. Good, cool, cool. She's giving me the okay. I like that. I like this corner over here, this section they're talking. I'm getting feedback. I'll play with you guys all day long. Now I'm going to feel bad when I give you guys the workout portion. Some of this stuff is hard. Some of this stuff is challenging. I'll give as many modifications as I can. Last 30 seconds, we're just squeezing and releasing. Does anybody notice one leg's doing something different than the other? Did anybody notice that when we started? All right, the audience fell asleep here, so I'm just going to go and pay attention to the Zoom people. You guys mean nothing to me. Cool, come out of this position. I'm going to take you to the hook lying position, which means you're just going to push the chair away from you and you're going to put your feet flat on the floor. No block, no strap, we're cool. Just push that chair away from you, wherever you're at. Oh, and by the way, I know some of you might not be able to get on the floor. Sorry about that. You can do all of this work sitting in a chair. You can sit in a chair and squeeze a pillow. So we're taking the block out and the feet are flat on the floor, the knees are bent. Still resting in the arms. Now you're going to squeeze your butt cheeks together and release over and over. This one's a toughie. It shouldn't be, but it's tough. Yeah.
Together.
Not your knees, but your butt cheeks. Just your butt cheeks. Like I put a grape in there and you want to squeeze it and pop it. Don't use your belly though. That's the kicker. And if you're not sure if you're using your belly or not using your belly, put your hands on your belly. Dig your fingers in. It's your belly. Feel it. Every time you do a butt squeeze, do you notice that your belly is tightening? If that's what's happening, you've got to dial back your effort a lot. Put your hands on your butt if you're not sure what's going on. Are my butt cheeks squeezing? Are my glutes engaging? If you don't feel anything when you're squeezing your butt, guess what? Your glutes are shut off and they don't know how to work properly. They might work in certain situations, but they certainly don't work when your hip is bent. So if you're not getting your butt to do any work, I'm going to ask you to straighten out your legs and then you can squeeze your butt and you'll definitely feel your butt turn on. But that's only for those of you who can't feel your butt doing a darn thing. Keep on squeezing and releasing over and over and over again. Is everybody clear on that? You cool? Good. Yeah.
This is for your hips?
No, it's for your mind. It can get challenging, so it is for your mind. A lot of these moves are for your hips because for many of us, your hips are shut down. Do you feel your butt doing work?
Better with the legs down.
Of course you are. Yep. So she said she's better with the legs down. When her hip comes into flexion, her butt does not like doing the work that it's designed to do. It's supposed to pull your hip into extension. So she's got other muscles that are doing that work for her, and that's a problem. That's a problem in the body. The body probably gives you that, oh, I feel uncomfortable. I feel pain. Oh, now you have a knee problem. Now you have a back problem because the butt isn't doing its work. So this should help remind it how to do its work. 30 seconds left. I don't even count these out anymore because I talk too much and I lose track of my counts. After this, we're going to do some cats and dogs, blah, 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 get on hands and knees. And then we're going to get into the chair, do some standing stuff, sweat a little bit more, and look at each other's eyes, check some stuff out. Good. I'm glad you pulled that thing down. There's no way you could keep working and be able to breathe through it. Good lady. Good woman. Is it Gloria you said? Fantastic. Thank you, Gloria. I like that. I get a few Glorias here and I've liked every one of them. So I know we're going to have a great relationship.
I like everybody. So they're not special.
Yeah, right. If I like everybody, you're not special. You're right. Okay, guys, we're going to come out of this. I'm going to throw you in a move that some of you are going to hate because it's hands and knees and cats and dogs, but I will give you an opportunity to change that. So you can do pelvic tilts. Maxie, you can do pelvic tilts. You can do cats and dogs in a chair. So cats and dogs, if you're okay and your wrists are all right, is a hands and knees move. And you put your knees right underneath your hips, same distance as your hips. So a lot of us love to do this and a lot more of us love to do this. And we think that that is hip distance. Hip distance is just the width of a dollar bill, really. It's the hip joint that we're going after. So that's where you want to be, right here. And you're going to come out with your hands underneath your shoulders. So some of you think you're under your shoulders and you're way out here and you're like, wow, Kim, this hurts my back. And yeah, no wonder. I am going to move that chair because you're looking through it and you can barely see me. There you go. Hope that helps. You got it. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, move the stuff around, everybody. So cats and dogs is moving through the back, but I want you to drive from your hips. Perfect. As you tuck your tailbone under, you'll find the rest of the body kind of wants to round. So let the head finish the movement, even though the pelvis started it. And then go in the other direction. Pelvis is coming up. Shoulders almost want to come back and down. And that's what I'd like you to do. It's why we prepped on the floor. Shoulders back and down, head looks up. It's a back and forth movement, back and forth. And this can be done in a chair really easy. So if you got wrist issues and you know, hey, hands and knees kind of stinks for me, or maybe your knees bother you, do this in a chair. Sit in a chair, arch, tuck, back and forth. I'm going to give you one more minute of this, even though we usually do this for 10 reps. So you're going to do this for a minute. When you're doing it in a chair, make sure your feet are flat on the floor. If your feet are not flat on the floor, I want you to put something underneath your feet to do it. Stay right there. You're doing great. Look at where your hands are and tell me, yes, yes. Welcome back even further, my dear. Lovely, right there. Now go through it. Pause, pause, come back. So notice how you're kind of shifting forward. Keep the hips right over your knees. Arch your back so your belly comes towards the floor and your face looks forward. There you go, that's it. And then the other direction. Perfect, that's it. Feel a little better? Perfect. Yeah, yeah. So I'm just cleaning you guys up. You good? Okay. Back and forth. Rounding the back, arching the back. 4 more seconds of this. Good enough. I'm not going to give her a problem. I'm not going to nitpick till we get perfection. But if I do see some stuff, I'm like, you might not realize that this is off. I'm going to point it out. Because when you do this at home, you're not going to have me. Good. Everybody okay? Come to a standing position. Everybody who was new, check yourself out again. And I do want to hear from the peanut gallery on this. So now stand. You're not trying to fix anything. Notice. What's different? You got a smile on. Remember we did this? I couldn't quite feel anything. So put your feet together. Feel that. Notice what the difference is. Do that stupid one leg up thing. Check that out. Pull your knee up towards your hip.
Damn shoulder.
Your damn shoulder. Yeah. And then go the other leg. It can be better, it can be worse. It can't be the same. You got better?
Yep.
Remember, this is a class environment, so I can't give you all the moves designed for your postural issues, but I'm doing my best. And then the last move that we tried was, and just notice what's different, what changed. Good, done. Peanut gallery, what we got? What happened?
More relaxed.
More relaxed? Balanced? How do you feel? I looked right to you because you're speaking up. So, ladies?
More relaxed.
More relaxed?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay. You, I already told you your head position changed while you were laying on the floor. But oh, it did? So we'll get to feel that. We'll get to know our bodies a little bit better. Okay, we're going to do let's do some sitting stuff, and then we'll do some standing stuff. Bring your strap with you. Bring your block with you. I'm going to sit in the chair. All right. I didn't give myself a strap. Didn't give myself a strap, Kim. Okay, I have all of my straps undone. So if I handed you a strap and you're not sure what the heck does this go together, I'm going to walk you guys through it. You're going to look and you're going to find the teeth in the middle section, the teeth that are closest to the fabric. Turn those up towards the sky. Oh, sorry, I didn't give her one. You know what? I'll even do this one up for you.
Oh, thank you.
Why not? Turn that up towards the sky. Then you're going to have the fabric touch the fabric. You're going to scoot that loose end up from the bottom.
Is that what you want us to do?
Nope. I want you, hang on, you're doing it right, but on the wrong side. So I want it to come up through here and down through here. Perfect. That's it. Perfect. Very good. What you want with these straps is that the fabric is always touching the teeth, because the teeth are what's going to hold it in place. So I'll come back there if anybody else has an issue with the strap. And of course, Kim ran out of straps, so good. It feels good to sit. Yeah, coming. Guys, put the strap around your knees and start doing your press outs. Oh, you did just fine. You did just fine. So now this loop comes down. Yeah. Sorry. Anybody else? Issue? You did it good. Yeah, we're in. She's got it.
These people are advanced.
Advanced? You mean in their years? She's saying you guys are old. Whoa. No, I know. I'm busting your chops. I'm busting your chops. Okay, tighten that up. Tighten that up, everybody, so that you can fit. You good, Carol?
That's right.
There you go. So that's the teeth in the middle.
Oh, okay.
So if you come up from here
and
then go over here, that way this is going to wrap around the
Okay.
teeth. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here you go. Okay. Cool. Okay. Oh, one more.
I don't think this is right, is it?
You just have it upside down.
See, we usually do this in therapy with bands.
Yeah, those bands are not going to work here.
No, I'm just saying that
Yeah, bands are not
a
going to
lot
work
of
here.
the stuff we do for my knees
Yeah,
with the bands.
you need complete resistance. Tighten that up. Everybody good now? Cool. All right, you want it tight enough so that when you put your fist in between your knees, put your fist in between your knees. Still got a little bit of room. So it's holding your knees in line with your hips. Knees in line with your hips. Okay. Remember what we did on the floor with the cats and dogs? Same idea here, but we're going to hold it. So you're going to roll your pelvis forward into the anterior tilt like this. So you have a little arch in your lower back. Leave your shoulders relaxed. Even though when you did that, you notice, oh, wow, my shoulders sat back. Ah, your hips are connected to your shoulders. So you roll it forward there, hold it there. Press out on the strap and release over and over and over again. If you get tired and you go, oh my God, I can't hold this anymore, go ahead and take a break. Your body will get tired and it'll start using the wrong muscles by lifting the sternum. I don't want you to use your back. I want you to use the hips to do this. So if you really got nitpicky about it, you're actually pulling your pelvis into that tilt using your groin muscles. So that's kind of an advanced way of explaining it. For those of you who've been with me for a while and want that extra, make sure your heels are on the floor. So you might have to put your blocks underneath, perfect, or come to the edge of the chair. So just sit upright. This is called sitting with your pelvis in extension. So whenever I bark that out, hey, pelvic extension, that's it. So you get a little arch in your lower back. We're pressing out and releasing over and over and over again on the strap. Pick your nose. Tighten that strap up. Yep. And separate your feet as wide as your hips. Just leave your arms relaxed. Can you fit your fist in between your knees? Not this way, this way. Right. Little bit of space. Good, thanks. Guys, remember, even if you're new, I hate to use that E word, but I'm going to use it. So that Peter Goskew book, Pain Free, that's been sent around to thousands and thousands of people across the world. Guaranteed. 80% of the people are doing those exercises wrong, and they're still helping themselves. They're still getting pain free because it kind of doesn't matter. We're stimulating your body, and your body is adjusting itself around the exercise you give it. Who cares if I'm saying, hey, do it this way, that. You can't quite do it, doesn't matter. You're new. We're giving your body stimulus. I love that you're shaking your head. I feel like I'm not talking to the wall. No, you guys are great. That's a good point.
Wow, that much wider?
Yeah. I know your hips are that wide, right? Busting your chops. So stop trying to do this with your shoulders.
Oh,
it's not this. Just roll the pelvis forward, hold it there, and push out. Yeah, it's all hips. It's all hips. So relax that sternum. Just push out on the strap. Stop it. Relax. Shake them. Yeah. Let them shake. There you go. Wish I did that on camera because they're filming. Push out and release on the strap. Gosh, I think I got one dude in there. He's awesome. Yeah, now their headlights are on. So you guys good? Where do you feel this now?
Where do I feel it?
Push out and release over and over. You're doing great. I'm going to turn your feet straight ahead. Right there. Keep on going, my lady. Push out and release. You don't have to push hard either, because if you did push really hard, good, Denise. Good, Denise. If you did push really hard, it's probably getting so tiring that you can't push hard anymore right now. So it's going to dial you back anyway. So she was pointing out she's feeling it kind of here now. Where else do you feel it? My back. Your back? Lower back? Anybody else? Butt cheeks. Okay, so when it's working its way into here, it's moving up. It should be felt here. But if you're feeling it anywhere else, that's the C word. We're in compensation. We're stuck. So other muscles are doing work for what the muscles should be doing that are kind of shut down. Just like the butt squeezes you did on the floor that weren't working out. So we're trying to recruit them. Okay, next move. Sitting heel raises. So we're going to keep the pressure on that strap. Just relax a second, because I know sitting upright is kind of tough. You're going to relax the pressure on the strap. We're going to do a move that looks like this. So we're lifting the heels up and down. That doesn't mean slide your feet back. I caught that one. So put your feet right back where they were. Slide them forward again, because you did this before you lifted. Put your feet right back where they were. Further, right underneath your knees. Further, 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 further. I shouldn't see shadows on your shins. Good, right there. That's the movement we're doing, but I want you to do it from your hips. So we got to pretend our feet are on broken glass. So the lift should be something like this. But that's hard. I'm not going to have you do that for 2 minutes. So we're going to leave the toes on the floor and kind of use the calves as a little bit of an assist.
Are we pushing out on this, or this just holds us in place?
It does. Good question. So she said, are we pushing out on this, or is it holding us in place? It's doing both, but I don't want you to push out for dear life. Just apply a little pressure there, because we're going to up the ante. Put your feet a little closer to each other. Right there. Good. Sit in pelvic extension. So put that little arch in your lower back. Continue. So you want to try to stay as light as you can on your toes, almost like you're picking the feet up, like so. And then you'll start to feel it in there. But if you do it here and you're just kind of using your calves, you can feel that difference. It is. It is. Keep on going for 15 minutes. My joke is getting old.
See, we are listening.
Yes, I think I do that to test you, because I say it in such a dry way. You have a tendency to go internal with your knees anyhow, because the hip flexors aren't doing their work. So the legs love to do. Get out. Yeah, it's just no fixing you. There's no fixing you. So yeah, so when you do these moves, you have a tendency to kind of set yourself up here. That will change. As the muscles start remembering what they're doing and start to wake up, your feet are going to start to position yourself where they need to be. Look fabulous back there. Very good. Does everybody feel this in the same place, kind of? More, less? Still like a butt? Little wider on the strap, Denise, I think. No. I might be wrong. Hair wider on the strap. Just let that strap out a little. I did it like that for years with my knees way too close together. And when I let it go for just an inch, all of a sudden my butt turned on immediately. So that's just a little nuance. Excellent. We're going to go right into sit to stands, because why not? Let's start sit to stands here with the strap on, and then we'll change with the block. So sit to stand is just like it sounds. Don't do this before you do the sit to stand. So try to keep your feet where they are. Keep them glued. If you can, and you don't have to, interlace your hands behind your head and draw your elbows back hard. Can't hit there? Hands on shoulders, draw your head. Right. Can't hit there? Put your hands on your waist. Okay, so wherever it is. So you're going to draw the elbows back hard, because I want the shoulders to be back and down, just like we were on the floor doing those squeezes. Remember? So pull it back and hold there. Hold. Stand up. Yes, the strap is still on, everybody. And sit back down. Stand up and sit back down. Tendency for all of us Americanos is to reach back, use your hand, use that to help you sit down while the hips are shut off. So this is going to help wake them up. Try to keep your feet pointed straight ahead. Everybody's doing such a great job. Feet straight ahead, still applying a little pressure on that strap. Keep it going. Take a look down at your feet now. Yes, good. Good. So we want to try to stay in thoracic extension when we do it. But if that bothers you, you know, like me, I do this. One arm goes back, the other one's, it's stuck. It's stuck now. Switch it out for the block. So now we're putting the block in between the knees. We're going to do the same thing. You're going to stand and you're going to sit.
Is the strap still on?
Nope.
No strap.
Switch it out. No strap. Sit to stand with your block. Try not to throw your weight into it. We want to turn this into a little more of a lift. Looks okay, but your feet are having a tendency to go a little narrower than your hips and your knees. Yeah, right there. Even a little bit, go a little narrower. So walk your left foot in a hair. Give that a shot. And left toes, put them in a bit. Just the toes. Just walk the toes in. Yeah, give that a shot. And again, I'm totally nitpicking just because I see it. Even if you do this at home and your feet are the sit, doesn't matter. And then some words I'm going to beat you guys up about. So, oh, I got to do it the right way. These type of mentalities, it's not a bad thing. And I've got the same mentality. And these are the only words we can use. But if we keep saying, oh, I want to do it the right way, we'll have a tendency to beat the crap out of ourselves. And we'll probably get bored or get hurt and try to push through it and end up going backwards instead of going forwards. So it's just something to think about. If you're that person who's got the type A personality, go, 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 got it. Not saying it's you.
When I go to sit down, instead of using my
Relax,
legs
everybody.
to sit, I'm using my lower back after a few times. So
Good call.
Look, instead of going straight down.
Gotcha. So what she was saying for you guys in TV land, she's saying after a few of these sit to stand, she's noticing she's starting to recruit her lower back rather than the hips. And that's because the hips are doing their thing. And then they're going, let's go back to our old pattern. So you might require a little bit more stuff on the floor, but as long as it's not killing you, it
doesn't hurt.
Right.
I did notice
it's all right.
Starting to roll my back to sit instead of keeping my back straight and using my legs.
Gotcha. Good call. Good call. So it's all right to roll your back. It's okay. Remember in the pictures, the spine is supposed to have an S curve, right? We're not supposed to be flat. So relax, everybody. All right. I'm going to stand up and check it out again. Stand up and feel yourself out. I usually do this in the first classes because there's so many people who are new. Now notice. What's different? Go through those tests. Stand. Maybe stand with your feet together. Check it out. Am I going forward? Am I going back? Am I leaning left to right? Loose as a goose. What were you drinking before you came here today? Pass it around. Do those functional tests. Good, Carol. Pick up one knee. Check it out. Much better. Try the other side. Better. Okay, so when you did that for the second time, I noticed you were like worse. You were worse. So all those moves we did changed your body, but your body needed a little bit extra to just tie it together and go, okay, left side, right side, work together. And now we're there. So you're much better. So back to you. Remember that question I asked you? How long do you think this is going to take? How long does it take?
Right now?
Well, I guess up until now, but you started noticing changes.
Yes, right now I do.
Yeah.
Right away.
Right away. So those of you at home, how long does this take for the body to change? Right away. 1 or 2 moves, the body's going to start changing. Want to do some hard stuff? Oh, God, that was easy. That was easy. Let's do some hard stuff. How about we'll do windmills. Those of you with arm issues, you're not going to like windmills. I'll give you something else to do. We'll do windmills. Let me set you guys up with windmills first. If you want to use the wall, you may. I'll just turn this to the side because I know a lot of you don't want to be on video. But windmills, best place for them to get done. And I'm not going to touch the library's wall because I got sweaty back and they'll give me a hard time. We want to try to remind the body where straight is. So everybody who's out there in TV land don't have a wall like this. Think that you do have a wall. Pretend like you have a wall. So your thumb and your pinky is grazing your imaginary wall. We want to move from the waist up. Everything else stays glued. Butt stays glued to your imaginary wall, everything. And I'm just leaning left and right, not with my shoulders. I catch so many people doing this. No. And if this hurts to have your arms out, maybe you're here. Maybe you're here. Maybe you're skipping it all together and you're going to do a modified one. You can do this sitting in a chair too. Absolutely. But if you guys want to use the wall, please feel free. Back and forth. Go forward. I'll just turn this to the side so I don't see you. No problem. Done. Okay. Feet straight ahead, heels on wall if you've got it. Take a look down at your feet. Want your feet to be nice and straight. So when you do this work, the feet start at hips distance. And now the second leg position, spread them open even wider. I'm coming over to see you over there. I know you're behind the curtain. So they're open even wider, but the feet are still straight ahead. Keep going back and forth. Nice, Denise. Take a look down at your feet. That right foot loves to turn out. Yeah. And that's because the right ankle is doing what mine loves to do. Yep. Mine does it too. So now separate the feet even wider. Go like, can you go wider than that? Good. Right there. Now turn the feet straight. Keep going. We usually do these in sets of 10, but maybe you can, no shoulders, try to keep them out of it. I know it feels so good. And you can. I'm not saying you can't, but we want to reteach muscles in the torso to do this. Yep, much better. Second to last position is the legs out real wide and feet straight ahead. So you want to keep the feet parallel. If it hurts your shoulder, like I said, where else could you put your arms?
Hips.
Right, on the hips, exactly. So if you're doing this and you're going, oh my God, my shoulders hurt. What are you doing? Put your hands on your hips. Right. And if that really, really hurts, sit in a chair, you could do this. Put your hands on your hips. You like that last position? Woo? All right. Right. Our last position is the feet back in the first position. Straight ahead. Good. Back and forth. So it's right where we started. So a modification for this might be sitting in static back, but just like I showed you before, you can absolutely do it in a chair and go back and forth. So there's your mod. Good, windmill, no big deal. You're gonna hate me, but let's do it anyway. I don't care, we're gonna do it. We're gonna squeeze out the running man. Go ahead, get back. I'm gonna squeeze out the running man because it's fun. It only takes 1 minute to do. 1 minute, that's it, running man. You're gonna start like you're on the, not finish line, the starting line, because we're gonna finish. So you're kind of squatted, your feet aren't on a balancing board, you're ready, you're ready. I don't care if your foot's turned out where you just feel, ha, I'm ready, I'm a puma, ready to pounce, that's it. Now put one hand, or both hands on your hips. Move one hand to your temple. And then switch, hip and temple, hip temple. The faster we go here, you guys are gonna end up looking like you're milking a goat or something. So try not to get there. We wanna keep that motion. There'll be some kind of twisting in the torso. And if this hurts, just don't do it. But we're gonna go as fast as we can, 30 seconds here, and then 30 seconds here. I'm gonna do a jump switch right between. I'm gonna look at the clock and we're gonna wait for that to hit the 6, the second hand to hit the 6, and then we'll start. So at least you guys know when we're gonna get started. So this is what it's gonna look like ultimately. But don't end up here. Here we go. In 5 seconds, we're going to get started. Just have fun and smile. If it's too much, don't do it. Go. Don't you milk that goat on me. Don't you dare. It's starting to kind of look here. Slow down if you have to, just so you can keep that movement. What do you think's going on in your abs right now? You don't have to suck it in, do you? Because by perturbing your body like this, it's forcing your abdominals to turn on so it can transfer all of this power between legs and arms. Switch. Keep going. Oh, Denise, she's fast. She's fast. She's going to win this race. Who's going to pile up behind her? Come on, Carol. Get Denise a run for her money. Catch up to that girl. Tail's on fire. 15 seconds. Oh, wait, we switched. Hip to temple, hip to temple. 5 seconds. Are you touching your hip? Hip, left hip. What happened to the left hip? She only smacks the one. Time. She's like, yeah. You look good, lady. Let's walk around and do our walking stork. You can walk around, take your time, move around the room. If this hurts you with shoulders, put your hands on your hips. Totally cool. So I like to do my stork like this because I'm turning it into an exercise that reminds my hips how to pick up straight. So I'm actually yanking my knee into my chest as hard as I can, but you don't have to. I like to go backwards too. How many of us even walk backwards anymore? And you got a little bit of sweat going. When's the last time we had sweat going? Yesterday? Is it hot here? This morning. Good. Hands on hips. Just turn it into a march in place. What do everybody think about that fun move? I like that move. Anybody see Tony Robbins? He does a lot of the E word. He does that at his empowering things, the sessions. All right. Well, what am I going to give you for our last move? You're not done. You're getting your money's worth. It's free. It's free. Okay. Oh, let's not do an air bench. Well, what do you want to do for a last? You guys tell me. Static back. You know what? You guys who know what you're doing, go ahead and pick your last move. Static back, maybe static extension position. I know Denise loves that one. You can do arm circles. You can do cats and dogs. You could sit on the chair. You could do things like that. Okay. Remember our cats and dogs that we did? Option to do that in your chair and to just kind of do this for a minute back and forth. So what we want to do is tie the body back together from this one-sided move. I might have twisted you. So we're going to try and give you a bilateral move, a move that's got both sides working together to tie it together. Good. Have a seat. Do cats and dogs, because I don't feel like talking everybody through the arm circles. That one's a toughie. Turn your feet straight, my dear. I love that. Take a look down at your feet.
East and west.
Straight. I get that all the time because everybody wants to, they want to do good and they want to pay attention to the instructor. And I say, turn your feet straight. And they're looking at me with it. Not making fun of you, but that's what it is. That's that mentality. So when I point out, hey, this isn't straight, look at your body. Get used to, let me check myself. Let me feel myself. Have a seat, everybody. We're all going to go for cats and dogs anyway. So feet are flat on the floor. Knees are in line. You could have done anything you wanted on, Denise. If you want to stay on the floor, it's perfectly fine. And we're just going to move through the pelvis, let the spine articulate, shoulders follow, and head as well, back and forth. I'm going to use this time for anybody online who has any questions. Oh, wait, no, we got to stop the recording first, don't we? Okay, then you guys online, thank you for staying with me, and see you next bat time at the next bat channel. Bye, guys. They told me you could quit the recording. Thanks.